Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Friends of Caroline Hospice is a nonprofit organization serving Beaufort County and its residents for over 30 years. Friends is dedicated to providing hospice services that offer hope, encouragement, and care to those who live with a life-threatening illness, as well as support for their families, friends, and the community. Here to tell us more about this special organization, Marketing and Development Coordinator Wendy Pollitzer. Wendy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Sandy.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're an organization that's been around for about 30 years, but you've made some changes.
Well, we have made some improvements at
Okay.
Friends of Caroline Hospice of Beaufort. We serve patients and families. These improvements are making the quality of service even higher. Some of these improvements include more homemaker home health aid services,
Okay.
more than any other hospice provider in Beaufort. And these are tasks like light housekeeping and grocery shopping and preparation of small meals and bathing. We provide these services so that it relieves the stress of the caregiver who is attempting to meet every single need of their
Right.
seriously ill loved one's
Yeah.
illness. We're also the only hospice provider in Beaufort that has an in-home physician that meets the medical needs of patients so that they don't have to leave their home. Dr. Gordon Kruger meets regularly with the patient's physician and our registered nurses on staff so that he can have the hands-on medical management that's so critical at the end of life.
It is very critical.
We have support groups for caregivers in a structured environment. We have bereavement support groups. But perhaps the most important, significant improvement that I want to talk about is that we provide payment and delivery of all medical equipment, supplies, and prescription drugs so that the patient's family doesn't have to deal with those tasks.
So I'm going to let you repeat that one more time. You provide
all medical equipment, supplies, and prescription drugs so that the patient's family doesn't have to deal with that.
Okay, because that in itself is a large portion of caregiving.
That's right.
So how can a family member or caregiver refer a patient to you, and how does that system work?
You can call our number at 843-525-6257. It's 525-6257 to refer a patient. We are a hospice that is dedicated to quality of care. We are a nonprofit hospice. Mm-hmm. There are many hospice providers in Beaufort. Most of these are for-profit with corporate offices that are located outside of Beaufort County, and many of those corporate-owned hospice providers are headquartered outside of the state of South Carolina.
Okay.
And many have only been in Beaufort for less than a year. So by choosing Friends of Caroline Hospice, you know that you've been with an organization that the community has trusted for 30 years. So
Right.
Call our office. We'll answer any questions that you may have.
Right, and I know we'll have all that information on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exact areas will you service? So, if somebody, when we say the Low Country, obviously, what does that encompass?
All of Beaufort County.
Okay.
All of south and north of Broad.
Okay, and so you must have events that will support the organization. Let's talk a little bit about that, because that's where we come in.
Right, we have some really fun events, and they provide more funds so that we can offer those support groups and the bereavement groups, as well as offer funds for patients who might not have the ability to pay. So these events include our upcoming fashion show that's going to be held on September 17th. We have the Festival of Trees that is a very popular event for our organization that's held obviously in December,
Right.
Christmas event, and Bands, Brews, and Barbecue that's held every February.
Yes, and that is an extremely fun. I
It
think
is
that's
fun.
when somebody was here last
Yeah,
to talk about
I
it.
think so. I think so. And we had good weather this year. We were really excited about the event.
Yeah, and that's always a plus. That's always a plus. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just give us a call if you have any questions. If you have a family member that you might have questions about that might need hospice care,
Right.
please call us. We are keeping the legacy of trust. We are the hospice provider that's been in Beaufort for 30 years. We're Friends of Caroline Hospice of Beaufort, and we just want you to call us.
Wendy, thank you so much. Thank you for being here and for all that you do.
Thank you, Sandy.
And we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.